Okay, my name is Paul Dominguez. Now I'm going to go into the questions for the interview. Question number one. Why did you decide to teach English? I decided to teach English while I was pursuing my Bachelor of Arts in Management. And English was a skill that I had, and I thought I could take opportunity of that. And also I like working with people, and I like cultures, and I like teaching people. I think I get a lot of in return when I'm teaching people. Um, okay, so where have you worked at, and which materials, methodologies, and class styles have you worked with so far? Okay, I have worked with language institutes. I work in technical universities. I work in four-year colleges. I also work in company premises and language institutes. Okay, what materials have I used? I use In Company for business English. I also use Market Leader, and I use also a book that I have right here. It's called Basic Survival. Basic Survival was a book that was published. It was published as a hospitality book, but then they changed the name because I think the press they noticed that it could be used for day-to-day or business English. So it's a way of marketing to sell more. Um, okay, so which and what methodologies and class styles have you worked with? I have worked with repetition styles. I have worked with places, institutes, organizations where they do not want me to use the only the language objective. If I'm teaching English, they only want me to teach English. I also work in some places, but they don't mind if I use the language that the student knows, and then utilize and use the objective, the target language. Use both. What do I think? I think methodology is good as long as you teach them well, explain well, and help the students and do it from your heart, then we're good. Okay. Which age groups are you familiar with when teaching? I am familiar teaching children, 6 years old up to adults. I have taught middle age. I have taught middle school, high school, college, language institutes, and adults. Okay, so have you ever taught online in private classes? Yes, I have taught online in private classes and also have been online in group classes. I work right now with Wisant, which is an online company from the USA, and I worked before for universities called the Indies, the University of the West Indies from Barbados, from the Caribbean island. And I worked there for a summertime. I was teaching Spanish. Which tools have you used in those cases? Or have you used? I use for teaching. I use Skype, Zoom, Google Meets. Uh, and I know how to use all those. And I also use Wisan. The Wisan company have their own technology for teaching, and they're all pretty much based on the same thing. They don't have to, uh, they the basic. They have a board. You can talk. People can participate. The student can they have a board to write. You can explain. You can use Excel. You can upload files. You can share the screen. They're all pretty much the same. There's a little few differences in between each other. Okay. Why did you leave your last job, and what are you looking for at the moment precisely?